a normal it's a normal episode.
Very basic, very normal.
Very basic, very standard. Because if we say everything's special, then it's going to lose its...
Then nothing is.
It's going to lose its specialness.
But then this episode is special.
Oh, this is special.
Because it's the only non-special.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Guys, welcome to this week's very special Wrestling Escape Pod. So not special, it became special. Which I think is exactly what will be on my tombstone when I pass away as well. So, so not special, it became special. But I am joined by someone very special. Someone that looks like they belong in an early 90s female hip-hop group. The Boston boy himself, Tommy Toy Travels. How are you, my friend?
I am here. It is a chilly Boston day, so that's why I'm repping the swag, repping the drip. So we're here, though. This weekend's going to get a lot warmer. I know what a great way to start off this week by talking about weather. But people are always interested in the Boston weather.
Yeah, big weather fans out there. I do look at you and I think TLC. That's what I think. Okay. I with that hat, with that jacket, I do look at that and I do think Lisa Left Eye Lopez. That's the vibe I'm getting. I don't know why, but that is very much the vibe I'm getting. Was you a fan of TLC at all?
I was too old.
You was too old.
Yeah.
Too old for TLC. Was you too old for Salt and Pepper?
Mm-hmm.
Was you?
Yeah.
That's right in my wheelhouse, that is.
I would only listen to Boston-based bands like Boston, Aerosmith,
right.
Letters to Cleo, Pixies, and there's probably more that I'm forgetting. Dropkick Murphys.
Are they from Boston, are they?
Yeah.
Right. Hey, you've got a big Irish community in Boston, haven't you?
Yeah, Mighty Bosstones. Yeah. Boston.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, they're a band.
Yes,
we have a lot of Irish people. Do you want me to pull up my 23andMe again and we can talk about how I'm Irish? I'm more British than you.
Yeah. For a sec, I didn't know where you was going there. I thought you was going to say, do you want me to pull up this guy down here that's from... I didn't know. Do you want me to pull up... Here he is, look. Yeah, so is there like a lot of Irish bars in Boston?
Yes, very much so. We had a lot of Irish immigrants ended up in Boston.
Yeah.
So
and
it's cool.
So is that like somewhere that would you have like an Irish evening or something? Would you go to like a night out at just Irish bars, or is it like big on St. Patrick's? Imagine it is, isn't it? Big on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, it's huge, yeah. St. Patrick's Day is like one of the big holidays here in Boston, and you totally could just go to a bunch of Irish restaurants and pubs and bars, because that's like 70% of all restaurants here.
What do they serve? What do they serve in an Irish restaurant? We don't even have Irish restaurants here. What is it? What's an Irish restaurant?
Just like a lot of Guinness and shepherd's pie. I think.
I'll have the. Have you still got the Guinness? I'll have the. Do you want a Guinness? We'll have Guinness for starters. So 4 Guinnesses and main Guinness. We'll have four Guinness for mains as well. That's an Irish restaurant. An Irish restaurant. It's literally Guinness. That's all that's written there. If you got your glasses, give me the glasses. Yeah, we'll go Guinness. We'll go Guinness. Oh, I love that. Hey, and how's your week been as well? How's it sleeping on the floor? Have you come to your senses, or?
Well, today I was looking at the cost efficiency of upgrading to non-floor, but for now, I'm staying on the floor. I'm reading. Do you know the movie The Ring?
Yes.
About that girl that comes out of the TV. I don't know if she comes out of the TV in the movie.
She does.
Doesn't really in the book.
Oh, there's a book.
So I'm reading the sequel of that. Of a book.
Okay.
And in the sequel, it's talking about how someone rolls up their futon every day because their room is too small. And I was like, they're talking about me.
Yeah.
They're talking about me in this book.
Yeah. I think it's always exciting when you can relate to a horror film and a horror book, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? When you're reading a book about like horror and you go, do you know what? That's just like my life. That's just like me. That is. I think that's always exciting. So
yeah.
I saw that film. That was in fairness, that was a really good horror film, The Ring.
Okay.
I really
thought the book was really cool.
You see, we're so different. I mean, like, I think books are maybe the worst thing that's ever been invented. I can't think of anything. Ever invented? I think it's just an absolute sham.
Have you never read any of like the WWE books?
I think you could stop at have you ever read?
I saw your last video. You were talking about the WWE Kids magazine. I saw you reading some of that. Do you read like 2 words and then you're just like, oh, what a day?
Does like a little kids magazine count? I mean, in all fairness, I do like kids magazines. It's got really good posters. And when I used to, I mean, I don't really do it anymore, but when I had like a lot of wall space, and I've filled all this now, like trying to get like posters for a good background, I always found kids magazine really useful for that. So I used it primarily for that. And then you can find like there's a few interesting interviews in there or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not sitting down reading War and Peace or any of this kind of stuff. I'm not doing that. I just wait for the film. Do you know what I mean? I'm
not talking War and Peace. Some books are a little more interesting than that.
I suppose the Ring one would be quite interesting. But I never saw The Ring 2. Isn't it just going to be more of the same? Isn't it just a different TV she comes out of?
Reading. I don't know if the film is based off the second book, but the second book is follows a doctor trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's like sciencey. It's science horror.
Okay.
You know, smart people like me.
Yeah. Well, I would argue smarter people like me just wait for the film.
You might be right. You might be right.
So, and how's... Go on.
You've never touched WWE books? Like not even The Rock's autobiography or Hines McFoley?
No.
Wow.
I like podcasts, so I listen to a lot of stuff from there. So like, the last thing I did was I downloaded JR's book, which was Slobber Knocker, I think it was called, and that was audiobook. So I got that as an audiobook. I did read one book, and that is do you know what? I'm gonna find it. Just hold the fort for a second. I'm going to leave you alone for a second.
Oh, no. So, everyone, I like reading books. What is Days doing? Can you guys see Days? I don't know what y'all see, but I just got a nice shot of Days. Full 360 Days motion. It was incredible. I hope y'all got to see that too. I saw angles that we never see on this podcast, and that was some rare stuff. Austin, who is making a 3D model of Days, has a lot of material now, and Days is back.
Wow, I only wanted to grab this. This is legit, I think, the only wrestling book I've ever actually read, and I bought this in Florida. This is the Andre the Giant book. And this is how rubbish books are. I've read this whole thing, and I couldn't tell you a single fact out of it anymore because I read this a couple of years ago, and I can't remember anything about it. So I probably am going to have to try and read it again. But it's got like proper words in. I don't want you thinking this is just a picture book. It's not a pop-up. It's not a pop-up Andre the Giant kind of a. I wish it was.
WWE Kids magazine.
Yeah. That is the level that I'm at. I mean, like WWE Kids magazine or maybe a pop-up Andre the Giant book. That's right up my street. But I do recommend that. I do remember reading it and really enjoying it. Although there is another Andre book that came out that apparently is even more detailed. And
I haven't read it, but I think it's ECW Publishing does a lot of really cool wrestling books. It has nothing to do with ECW wrestling. It's just they have that name for book publishing.
Okay.
A lot of their stuff is really good. We are not sponsored. I don't think Days would want to sponsor from them because then he'd have to talk about books, but they do a lot of cool books.
Imagine if we were sponsored by like Marvel and I'd have to sit here and I'd have to be like, hey guys, if you go to the cinema now, you can watch The Winter Soldier, and it's not even winter. So,
I'll tell you this. One of my goals is to hopscotch over the pond to see what a real Irish pub is like, and get you to a comic convention in the UK and see what your experience there is. So that's probably not this year, so you have a year at least, but coming soon. That is on my plan. So
if you ever make it over, we will have the greatest time. I can assure you of that, because I know a few places in London that will blow your mind. Okay. So
you better show me that alleyway that people just took pictures of.
Do you know what? That's exactly what I was thinking of. I was like, right, we can get him down that alleyway. That alleyway where Jack the Ripper did some of his best ever work.
Yeah.
I could
see pictures.
Yeah, you know, like how you are with those Japanese tourists where you take them around museums. I could do that with you. I could do that with you.
Irish pubs.
Yeah,
but they don't have them because it's just a pub.
It is. Well, no, we do have Irish pubs. What we don't have is Irish restaurants, but I think we established they're basically the same thing. So
yeah.
Hey, do you know what? We are dangerously like straying into, I think, borderline actually informative this week. I feel like, do you know what I mean? We spoke about reading. We've spoke about wrestling books. We spoke about where they're available and some new ones that are out. Like, I feel like this is the most informative podcast we've done in a while.
You said this was going to be a very unspecial episode, and it's becoming the most special episode so far.
Isn't that the truth? Hey, do you know what else is quite special?
No idea.
I have basically not seen Raw.
What happened?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had did you remember that week when we were trying to stream and I couldn't because it was down? The exact same thing happened to me again, but on Monday. So local problem, wasn't able to stream whilst they were fixing the local mast or whatever. So it was weird because we managed to do like 50 minutes and then about 10 minutes before just went down. And I tried loads of different ways to try and get it back, but it was nothing I could control. So I ended up missing it. But so I did finally sit down and catch the last hour or so, and I managed to catch up on a few results. But by and large, I didn't watch it. And do you know what? I feel brilliant. I've never felt so alive in all my life. It's so good. So this is why you're always happy.
Yeah. It's because I don't watch Raw.
Yeah. There's definite. Do you know what? I think there's genuine health benefits.
I do too. Yeah.
I think that they could subscribe this, unlike the National Health Service.
Yeah.
So I understand you're feeling a bit down and depressed. Just first question: do you watch Raw on a Monday? Do you? Okay. So first thing I'm going to say is stop. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so I can't really talk about it. So the only thing that I could put on the thumbnail is the one thing I saw or one of the things I saw at the end, where Retribution take their masks off. So Dominic Dijakovic has been exposed. He exposed himself.
Exposed
himself. I was glad I was managed to catch that bit. So
and did you see Charlotte?
Go mental at the end.
Yeah, because she has a toothache or something, I think. That's what the word on the street is.
Yeah. But I love the way that like we are confusing real life with storyline. She didn't go mental. She wasn't like, and then she just started.
Let's be honest, Days. You've had bad days with your teeth. I have too. We just get enraged by the tooth.
Yeah, toothache rage.
Yeah, and that's what happened to her.
So that's what she had. She had toothache rage.
Yeah, and that's why she unfortunately got kicked out, suspended, and charged $100,000, which is, I don't know what that is in UK money, but it's a lot in America.
Oh, I would imagine it'd be about 80,000 UK pounds. So yeah, I would say a lot over here as well.
So what you're saying is she should have gotten suspended in the UK and then she'd pay less amount.
It's kind of yeah. I think that's exactly what I'm saying. I think that is exactly what I'm saying. And then she would have got away with it. She should have waited for the pandemic to have been over, come over, done it over here, and then she'd be laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, maybe not laughing because it probably hurts. What with her dentist issues, but
yeah. Do you think Britt Baker's going to be her dentist?
I don't.
Is this all just like one big? Is this the forbidden door? Is this what they've been hinting at?
Do you know it'd be really fun if like they all lived in a little town where all the wrestling gimmicks were actually real, where the garbage was taken out by Duke the Dumpster Drozy, and where all the taxes were worked out by IRS, and you go round to the church and it's Friar Ferguson and. Like, do you know what I mean? All these gimmicks that we've seen. Yeah. You go to the circus, it's Doink.
And it's Ringmaster.
Yeah. It is Doink and Ringmaster, yeah. And you've got all these gimmicks in this little town. I think they did something along those lines with that little animated Slam City. Did you ever watch that?
I never did, but I thought the toys looked kind of cool.
Did you get some of the toys? I think you did, didn't you?
No, I don't think so.
Something in my head said you did a review or you did something on one of them.
Maybe. Let me see. Let me check my Wikipedia. Slam City. Nothing came up.
Would it tell you on Wikipedia what video?
No, I just searched on YouTube. I searched on YouTube, sorry.
I'd never go on it. I never go on Wikipedia. I have no idea what it does.
It's my main page. I got to see all the updates on you.
Okay. Hey, did we get any 5-star reviews? I'm sure we did.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, our community is not letting us down on that front.
Yeah, we have 2. I don't know if we want to say them now or save them for a little later, but we did get 2. We finally got 2.
Okay, that's excellent. Well, we can save them for later, but who did it? Who sent them in?
We don't have anyone new, unfortunately. It is Monica and John Cena and Alexa Bliss again.
Okay. Well, shout out to... I don't know what they're going to say. I'm sure it can only be positive.
Poetry.
It's poetry. Okay.
Yeah. And luckily you have me who reads so that I can read this out later, because that would be a challenge.
Isn't it funny how I won't even read out the Apple Podcast reviews that we get? I'm so against reading that I if ever you wasn't here and I had to carry it one week on my own, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even do it. I'd just ignore them because I'd be I'm not reading them.
How do you read the comments then?
Well, do you know what? I haven't even got the comment. I haven't even got the comments open. I don't even know if I don't even know if there's anyone watching. I haven't got a clue. I don't know what anyone's saying.
They're talking about Camp WWE and Alexa Bliss.
Oh, Camp WWE. Yeah. Oh, I probably should read the comments because that's a really good shout. I'm thinking Slam City. But there was although saying that, actually, no, it's a bad shout. You're all idiots. Camp WWE was WWE stars when they were kids, and they went to a camp, and it was an animated show that was on the network, but that wasn't anything to do with, like, professions and having jobs. Whereas Slam City was a little bit more, but the thing with Slam City is it was like CM Punk was an ice cream seller. Didn't really connect to his character.
Yeah.
I think Kane was a mechanic. I only know this because Sky Sports here in the UK used to show them up until the other year. It's like Sky Sports just didn't refresh or update any of their content. They would have Raw on live, and then after Raw, they'd just show Slam City. And it'd be the same episodes every flipping week.
I don't think it was ever aired in the US.
Oh, really?
Exclusive, yeah.
Wow. Wow. So yeah, how did your weekend go? What did you get up to?
It was glorious. It was beautiful outside, so I went all around Boston on my feet, walking around. Speaking of feet, did you see Nia Jax's tweet?
To Alexa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
So Alexa came out on Twitter saying, please don't fall for anyone pretending to be me. This is my only account. Blah, 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 blah. And Nia responded, hang on. I've been sending money and pictures of my feet for months now to this certain thingy. Wasn't it something like, don't lie, I've been sending you... Yeah. And I think Alexa just had a little giggle back to it. But, that was a really random little thing for Nia to respond to.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. As I said, like, Nia comes out with these really funny things. It's just a shame that it never carries over into her character.
I wonder if that's because she's not allowed, or I don't know.
I don't know either. What do you think of Cool Kyle? Sorry, I know, like, you ask about my weekend, and I keep bringing it back to wrestling. That's why this is the non-special episode. It's because I keep asking about wrestling. But yeah, Cool Kyle. What can you explain to me? All I hear is the name Cool Kyle. Does he dress like he's a 90s bully? Like, what's the haps here?
Well, I mean, Cool Kyle, I've seen a lot of comparisons of him to Orange Cassidy. Because I think he was he wearing double denim or something? I'm not sure. But I've seen a lot of comparisons. I think he was wearing double denim with like a white shirt. And I saw a lot of people saying that he's basically NXT's Orange Cassidy. But an Orange Cassidy that talks. But I mean, they're clearly trying to establish him as a solo star now. They're trying to get across his personality or some form of personality. His promo skills are not brilliant because he's not done a great deal of talking in the group. He was always one of the quiet ones. You know, Adam Cole would do all the talking. Kyle O'Reilly never really said that much. And he's done a few promos that have really been a bit wide of the mark, I felt. But this one started off a little bit clunky, but I actually thought it was all right. It got across a little bit of personality, and I don't know. It was kind of trying to put in a little bit of humor in there. Cool Kyle is a fun name, though. I could definitely see why people are calling him that. But I think it's just so different to the kind of quiet, undisputed era Kyle O'Reilly that we were used to seeing. This is such a transition from that I think people might be finding it a bit clunky, a little bit. Don't know. It's not as weird as like Apollo finding his Nigerian accent from nowhere, or the fact that Alexa turns out she's been friends with a demonic doll her whole life out of nowhere.
Yeah. By the way, Days, I do want to confirm that me too. I am a fan of demonic dolls. I have joined whatever that doll is.
That is freaky.
I am here. Yeah, I figured out how to do some special effects with my video for those on Apple Podcast.
That was that. I tell you what, if you are just listening to this, you are missing out. That might be the sexiest that Tommy ever looked.
Yeah, that was my.
Because you know Austin was watching that guy.
Oh yeah, it's like all those dudes on Reddit when Alexa Bliss was all like.
Yeah, that was wild.
We just rip on Austin nonstop.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Is it? Do you know what? We should say something nice.
Austin is a person.
So, what did you do at the weekend?
So it was really nice. I went for some walks, some hikes, totally solo.
Really? Do you still bike? Do you remember when you went through that biking phase?
Yeah, remember when I hurt my back? I got to recover
yes!
from that. So,
I do.
I can't bike until like June or something, so that's why I'm doing like a lot of walking. But most of my real life friends are getting the shot, so hopefully I can start seeing people and making them go to Target for my toy hunts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And maybe not just Target for your toy hunts, because you know what you've got to do, Tommy. You know what you've got to do. You owe this community.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope in the chat right now people are saying exactly what they should be saying. They should be calling out exactly where you need to be going, Tommy, because I don't think this community wants to see a Tommy Toy Travels Target toy hunt yet. Because there's somewhere you need to go first, Tommy.
Yeah, and I think you have a picture for everyone. Because I forgot I did this. I forgot I sent you the picture. I forgot the big thing I did this weekend, which was I went to the Holy Land Savers.
There it is. There it is. It's on screen right now. Yeah. I wonder, can I flip this at all? Hang on. Right, that's gone wrong. That's gone wrong. I've done it wrong. I've turned it upside down. I wanted to flip it because it is the wrong. Hang on. Can I flip it a better way? I mean, if I haven't ruined the reveal, in all fairness.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh my God, I've done it wrong again. How do I don't know if I can flip it. Oh, can I? What if? Hang on. Yeah, because it is. No, I'm making it smaller. Can I turn it? Is there a way of getting it so that you can read the word savers?
So everyone hold your phone computer in the mirror and then you'll see it.
Yes, that's better. Rather than me having to do it, you do it. Like, get a mirror and look at it in the mirror.
Yeah.
Because I can't flip this. I've tried. I can't flip it. It's beyond my capabilities. I've tried rotating, I've tried flipping, I've tried everything. It's just not happening. But anyway, I'm sure the excitement is palpable. So can you give us a little bit of a further information on this? For those listening on Apple Podcasts, there is an image on screen of Tommy in a mask. I believe wearing the same jacket that he's wearing now, but we do need to get that confirmed. What I like, little bit of hairy chest just coming out at the top. Just a little bit of hairy chest coming out. There are 4 cars visible in the background. There is a discount center, right? We don't know what they sell in there, but it's going to be discounted. Is that part of Savers? We're going to have to find out. I don't think so because it looks like it's got its own entrance. So, discount center, green. They've clearly not spent much money on the sign. It's just green and it says discount center. I can't stress this enough. Like, they have spent no money on that apart from painting it green and writing very basic text. I mean, they could easily get a logo, a symbol, some kind of mascot. Do you know what I mean?
Dave,
like, oh, what?
It doesn't say discount. It's donation.
Oh, what does it say?
It says donation.
I can't read because it's bad. I can't read it. Stupid reading. I reading. Oh, reading has made me look like a fool. I hate you reading. This is the lowest point of my life.
And the whole chat, even Retribution's here saying that says donation center days.
I thought it said discount. Why did I read that as discount?
Because you were so excited about all the good deals. I
hate reading, and now you're trying to make me read backwards. Do you know what I mean? I can't do it.
Get a mirror.
I can't do it. I'm just here trying to help out all our friends on Apple Podcasts. Do you know what I mean? That can't even see these things. I'm having to this is like the Da Vinci Code. I'm having to look at something in the distance, try and work it out backwards. Oh, well done, everyone in the chat. If you was able to read that backwards, and you're all like, "Oh, actually, I thought you're fine." Yeah. Well, I don't read. Yeah, because I'm cool. Anyway.
Says, why is Triple T wearing a mask outside? I just want to confirm this stuff's real. So I took the picture and then went inside. So that's why I was wearing a mask.
Okay. Do you know, can I just tell you?
In my car, I wasn't.
When you said that doesn't say... When you say that didn't say discount, yeah?
Yeah.
I reread it as donut.
Yes, that is the donut center.
Yeah, I reread it as donut. As soon as you said days, that doesn't say discount, I looked at it, I went, it's a donut center. That was honestly what went through my head. I read it as donut center. And then I was like, in my head, I was like, why is it green? Why have they gone with green? Why would you have a donut center and you would make the sign green? That's like the worst color to associate with donuts. Like straight up, all of that was going in my mind at that point. I couldn't get my head around. I was like, why don't they show the donuts? Why isn't there a donut on the sign? I couldn't get my head around it. But it's a donation center.
Yes.
So
that is where you put stuff.
So that is where you take stuff to donate to savers. So they are connected.
They are, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. It's huge. It's huge. So I will first off confirm that I was wearing 2 masks, not just one, because I wanted the workers there to know that I was keeping it safe, keeping it, because I know I'm vaccinated, but they don't know that. They don't know. I want them, because Savers is a place of joy, a place of happiness. So I didn't want to get anyone uncomfortable. I will also confirm that I was wearing a hat. I had a bad hair day. So therefore, I didn't want anyone to have to witness that. And I was wearing the same outfit other than a different shirt and a different hat. But that was because I wanted to be recognizable, because I have worn that a couple times on the podcast. And I'm sure there are people like Austin, people like Anna Dawes, people like J14 that do wait at Savers looking for me. So you never know when someone's going to walk in wearing a sweatshirt like this, maybe triple mask, maybe triple T masks in the future, because that's what's happening. That's the futures now.
I would so buy a triple T mask. I love how you doubled up on the masks.
Of course.
That's going to be like 2021 fashion, isn't it? How do you wear your mask?
Of course. I'm a big sometimes, all right, before I got prescription glasses and sunglasses, I'd put sunglasses over my glasses, so I'd double up. So I should.
That's so cool.
Double up everything.
Did you never get the old, do you know what I mean, that you can flip them down?
I didn't need to. Like, if you go back and watch some of those convention videos of me, you see how I do it is I have my glasses on and then sunglasses over my glasses, and that's what I do in real life too, but not anymore because I got prescription.
Do you know what? I can't say I ever noticed that when I watched your videos, that you was wearing glasses on top. I can't say I noticed. In all fairness, normally when I was watching your convention videos, I was just hiding behind anything I could find because the cringe was so strong that I was literally just like in tears whilst I was watching them out of just fear, just out of sheer fear for you. Because if you've never seen any of Tommy's convention videos, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how you do it. You go up to people and like people that I'm guessing are just strangers. I'm guessing you don't know these people at conventions and just act. How did you do it? How did you do it? How did you manage to like play that character?
You ask, you let them know that if they don't want it used, it's not going to be used.
Yeah.
Let them know that you're awkward and probably going to be more awkward than them to get them calm and not like freaked out that you're just like some YouTuber trying to take advantage.
Yes.
So it's all about being on the same level as them and making yourself more of the fool.
Yeah. It was. That's good that you explained it.
Yeah. To give a little of the backstory, I don't want like if someone's like, "Yo, don't use that footage," I don't want to use the footage. I don't want people to be uncomfortable because I'm the same as them. I go to these cons too. I sleep on the floor days. You get it.
Hey, have you ever heard of David Dobrik?
Yeah, today I read about him.
Did you? Oh, is there a video? I'll watch that instead. I don't want to read about him. I don't know anything about him. It was just I know that he has been trending, and I think he used to go out with Liza Koshy. I know who Liza Koshy is because I saw some of her videos years ago, and I thought she was really, really funny. I thought she was really good, and obviously she blew up, and big deal. And I think she does like proper presenting now for like I don't know someone, but I thought she was really good. And I feel like I've seen him in like some of her videos in the past. But I saw that he was trending last night, I think it was. And I have no idea why. But I'd imagine it's probably something to do with his getting cancelled, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's being cancelled. Hang on, does he deserve to be cancelled?
Based on the stuff I've seen, yeah.
Oh, okay. Right, well, good. Hope he gets cancelled.
Based on the article I read.
Okay.
It seems a lot of the stuff against him is pretty damning.
That's something that we never speak about, mainly because I have no idea about it. But what's going on in the YouTube world? Do you know, no, I ain't got a clue.
I just thought it was trending too. I've never heard of the guy's name till today.
James Charles, I've heard he trends quite a bit. I think he's been cancelled now.
A few times, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And PewDiePie was trending the other day.
Oh.
Yeah. And when I clicked on it, there was
a video. Around?
Yeah, he is. He still puts out like daily content, I think. He's quite good. I like whenever I check. I think it's daily. It used to be daily. Certainly was when he was battling T-Series. Did you watch that? That
was legendary, yeah.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought he was doing some really, really good stuff, and good stuff around that time in particular, but I haven't really seen him since then. Mm-hmm. But he was trending, and I clicked on why, and he was just vacuuming the floor with, Marzia, his partner, was like, she was stood on him as he was vacuuming, and that was it. I mean, seriously, that was it.
That was trending?
That was trending, yeah. So when you do come over to the UK, we could recreate that, and then we will trend.
Dace, I got a story for you.
Story time, I love it.
Being canceled. So I got my shot, my first vaccine shot. And I know that they want you to double mask for those shots. So I wore 2 masks going to the place, and then they gave me another mask because they expect everyone to only wear 1 mask because they have to be wearing 2. And I prepped. So they made me put on a third
mask.
Yeah.
So you was triple mask T? Triple mask T?
I couldn't breathe at all. It was so bad. I was like... So the next time I went, I just wore 1 mask and had to put on a second mask. But it was, I thought I was being so smart.
Have you had 2 shots?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've not even had 1 yet.
When's that? Oh, because they keep canceling them on you guys over there, right? in Europe.
I don't know.
Shots.
I don't know.
You have no idea.
No. I mean, I just look at newspapers like just blankly. I'm just like, I'll wait for the film. But I think we're doing quite well here in the UK in regards to vaccinations. But yeah, in Europe, there's been a lot of issues in regards to the distribution of it and whatnot. So, but UK wise, we're doing well. But I'm obviously very young, so I'm going to be in one of those.
Are you even? Because you're not even. You can get the Pfizer because the Pfizer they tested it on 16-year-olds. The Moderna they did 18, and I don't know. Are you 18 yet?
Yeah, I'm 21.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can get them, but you're young. You're young, so.
Mm-hmm. So they've not quite got to my the way they're doing it in the UK is they've done like nursing homes, 80s, 70s, 60s. They're going down in the age bracket, so I'm going to be one of the last to get it. But I seriously haven't had anything yet. So I didn't know you had to double mask when you went and got it. Maybe you don't here. Perhaps you don't anywhere. Perhaps it's just you. Yeah. Do you think all the nurses? Do you think all the nurses are like, try and give him a fourth one? Give him a fourth one. See if he'll wear it. He's put it on. He's put it on. They're playing Buckaroo with your face. They're just trying to put on more masks till the point where you'll shake them off. Put another one on. Give him another one. Give him another one.
Yeah,
hilarious.
I don't recommend triple masks.
No. You say you struggled to breathe?
Yeah.
Moody.
Yeah.
I'm loving that you've still got the posters in the background as well.
Of course. Shout out to my boy Obama.
Shout out.
Peter. Yeah.
And just before we move on, did you record a video when you went to Save Us then?
I was planning on it, but they had no WWE anything. So I didn't want like the big return to Savers to be, hey guys, I'm here. They have nothing. That's why I just took the teaser picture, got people a little excited because I know there are going to be some whispers going around like, is Tommy going to triple mask the next time he goes? Is he going to quadruple mask? What's he going to do? Is he going to wear two class? Like people are probably really excited for that next time because what if I don't even wear this? You know?
What did you find in there? I wish you'd have still done one. I would still.
You wanted to see like.
Yeah, I want to know what the layout's like. What stuff is in there? To me, it's like an Aladdin's cave, and like what is in there?
Okay,
what would you have found?
I started off and I went straight to what I went there to get, which was a pan. Luckily
pen?
They had a pan. P-A-N.
Oh, a pan, right?
A sauce pan. A pot. What's the difference between a pot and a pan? I think it's a pot.
Hang on, isn't this a place where people take their old stuff?
Yeah.
Why are you buying old pots and pans? Why are you buying secondhand pots and pans? Just go to Walmart.
Days, do you not know that today is Earth Day? All about reuse, recycle.
Wow, that's fair enough. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want secondhand pots and pans though. In all fairness, do you know what I mean?
Well, the one I got was Guy Fieri branded, and it was much cheaper. Well, Walmart had one for like $6, but it looked like it's gonna break after 3 uses. But this Guy Fieri one, it's real good quality, real nice handle. It's comfortable to hold in your hand. It's quality stuff, Dave. Quality stuff.
Okay. And what would Tommy be making inside this pot? What is Tommy's go-to meal of choice?
Something with probably like rice and chicken.
Okay, very, very adventurous.
Although, if Monica's involved, we will bust out burgers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does she make those or do you?
I don't know. I don't know if we've established that yet.
Okay.
I need to go back and listen to that episode. And don't say the wrong thing canonically.
I heard she's Monica King of the kitchen. That's what I heard.
Okay, so yes.
That's
Monica
what I
wins.
heard.
Dak King helps too.
Yes. Kings, King. They're going to start a business called Kings of the Kitchen. Kitchen Kings.
Yeah.
Kitchen Kings. Oh.
And then,
Dak King, Mini King, Monica King.
we
Kings of
love
the
the
Kitchen.
Kings here.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lockhart did say that she goes to Savers, though.
Okay.
So, Savers World Tour.
Well, what does Jennifer get? Surely
we-
Jennifer, in my mind, has got a lot more common sense than you, so I don't think she's buying secondhand pots and pans. Do you know what I mean?
Why is that not common sense?
It's just not where you'd go. I would never ever think to myself, I need to get a pan or a pot or something that I'm going to like be eating out of. Oh, I'll go to the charity shop. I'll see what the charity shop's got. I would never think that.
And 90% of the stuff I buy, I'm just like, oh, I'll go to Savers. Savers will have it.
Would you buy forks from Savers?
I don't need forks.
No, because I don't need them.
Probably not, because you get a set of forks, and they probably wouldn't have a set. If they had a set, I'd consider it.
I wouldn't. I'd just go to Walmart. I really would.
But the quality would be better for the price.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's all secondhand. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, but you go to restaurants, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh no! Oh, you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just blowing my mind, Tommy. What a swerve! I didn't expect. Oh, what about restaurants? What about restaurants? Amazing.
Yeah.
So what's our friends in the chat saying? Oh, well, you still got to do the Apple podcast reviews and.
Monica King says Monica King plus burgers equals Burger King, and everyone's laughing. They love that.
Monica, how dare you storm into this show and upstage it with something funny in the chat that's going to distract everyone? Do you know how hard me and Tommy work to try and provide entertaining content, and then you come along with your witty comments, completely upstage the show?
We got to one up with some big breaking news. Nothing's breaking. I'm just saying we got breaking.
Break it. Hang on.
Guys, ignore Monica in the chat right now. We have breaking news. This is just tweeted by hold on, let me see who's tweeted recently. No, Triple H. No. The Miz, Steve Austin.
Can you find any breaking news?
No one's tweeting.
Is this? I know it's been really quiet the past few days. In all fairness.
Right?
Yeah.
What's
going on?
Okay, no, that was 3 hours ago.
Oh my God, just click on the latest tab and you'll find someone said something.
What is the latest tab? Explore? Search WWE?
No. What, are you on Twitter?
I feel like I'm a grandparent trying to use Twitter right now. Okay, breaking news.
Yes.
Jamie DRFC, Alexa Bliss fan account, is thanking another fan account.
Right. And that's happened.
Just breaking. Yeah, just happened. Yeah.
Wow. I'm so pleased that we stopped the podcast so that we could get that in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's breaking news. No one else is reporting on stuff like this. So this is the type of wrestling news that our audience knows.
Yeah.
We deliver.
I love the fact that we've managed to wrestle back this show from people in the chat with such content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of content, 5 stars, Monica, review getting passed on from Austin. And I really love the Escape from Wrestling podcast. I mean, Wrestling Escape Pod. This podcast is starting to show us what Dave really is. An evil bully. Triple T is just trying to live his life, and he looks happy. I thought Dave was a nice guy. By the way, Triple T's dog did not finish me. Austin 1, Triple T's dog 0. let me in.
Oh, I forgot that from last week where that dog was going mental.
No dog tonight.
No dog tonight.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you have it put down? In a fit.
5 stars. John Cena, Alexa Bliss. Best podcast. I feel like I say that every time. Alexa Bliss is the best thing in WWE right now. What I like about Days is that he respects the opinions of the Fiend and Alexa Bliss fans. Hope Alexa Bliss wins the Women's Raw Championship very soon because she is a great wrestler and does her character perfectly. Days, I know you want someone else in the role, but no one would do it as great as Alexa freaking Bliss. Put some respect on her name. # Team Alexa.
I actually think Alexa does do the role quite well, in truth. I think my problem is the role. I don't like the role. I don't like the character, and I think that what Alexa was doing before was better for me. Because I do like Alexa. I think that she's very likable. She's very someone that people really kind of gravitate towards. And what I've always liked about Alexa as well is the fact that when she was coming through, she wasn't a part of the 4 horsewomen. She kind of very much had to do it on her own. I think there was even a bit of friction at time between her and Sasha. And I think like she's always seen herself as like, because she was around the exact same time, but she was like not a part of that. I would love to, one day her book is going to be quite interesting. Because I would love to, because obviously she was going out with Buddy Murphy. There's a lot of, I think, drama. What I've heard in the past with
it's a
her.
shame you won't be able to read that book, though.
No, I'll wait for the audiobook. Or you can tell me about it.
We'll do an episode.
But yeah, I did tweet out the other day. I wish there was someone else in that role because I don't know if you managed to catch it. I saw it on Monday. She is doing a thing where she is now pretty much moved on from the Fiend. She was warning the women's division. And they did a really good job of photoshopping in this new Lily doll. They photoshopped that into old pictures of her. And they made out that she'd had this doll since she was a kid. And it was kind of interesting. Like, I could definitely see what they were going for. But I just feel like we know Alexa now. And, like, she's been around for so long.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
her
know.
doll? Sorry, I just Googled it.
Oh, yeah. You've not seen Lily?
No. Oh, and they did Photoshop it.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. But I do still stand by. I wish it was someone different. Because I think if they were to bring someone in that was, you know, we didn't know much about them, but we were seeing this doll and we'd seen that they'd had it since a kid, it could be quite interesting. I'm not buying it from Alexa.
I am for one that doesn't really buy the paranormal when it comes to wrestling. Like, I know Undertaker was awesome, but in this day and age, I think that time might pass. Because it's not easy to do, and a lot of times it comes across feeling like bad TNA. And it stinks because, like, Bray's cool. I did like the Wyatts, even though that was more cult than paranormal. And cults I can get behind, but when you start throwing in paranormal stuff that you're already having to suspend your belief for the wrestling storylines. But then if you have to further suspend the disbelief to accept that the paranormal is real and this is actually happening, that's like wearing 3 masks. It's too many levels of suspending belief, and you just get so buried under it all. It's overwhelming.
It's exactly like wearing. I think you nailed it. I think you absolutely nailed it. What are people saying in the chat anyway? Because obviously we are sneaking our way towards the end of this very standard, but as a result, very special episode.
Bonkers wants to know if you are watching Impact tonight.
No.
And Go said, I wish Liv Morgan would have played the role Alexia is doing. I think Liv would have been perfect.
Do you know what? Yes. I completely agree with that because I think we haven't seen as much of Liv Morgan, and I think when we did get a glimpse of her on her own, she was in that bath, and there was a vignette of where she was it was a bit mysterious, and I feel like there has always been something more to Liv Morgan. Her tweets and the way that she was active on Twitter, and a lot of people thought she was going to join the Funhouse, and then she never did. But it was clear that there was more going on. I think that's a really good shout. Do you know what? I completely agree. I think that would have been a very interesting direction to have taken Liv Morgan. I
William Matter said, "Where chat go?" And then also said Paige would have did it better than Liv. And Austin says Liv is terrible at acting. So some beef with Liv. And Seeb wants to know, does Tommy watch UFC? I do not. It's too real. Oh, did you watch the Jake Paul show? Like what?
The Jake Paul show?
Thoughts. Yeah, I really wanted to catch your stream, but I thought it was a Sunday. But like, was it a Sunday?
It was Saturday.
Okay, yeah. I thought it would be Sunday. I was like, I gotta tune in. This is gonna be a mess. Was it a mess?
Yes, it was a mess, and we had. I think we had a lot of fun with it because you'd never seen anything like it, or I've never seen anything like it. Certainly, you tuned in. You had Snoop just smoking weed, just like the hosts were this Peter Davidson. Do you know this dude?
Yeah.
Is he funny?
He's like the type of self-deprecating humor that like it hurts, but it's kind of funny.
Okay.
But you got to know what he's talking about. Otherwise, it just sounds like a therapy session.
I couldn't stand him. To be honest, I couldn't stand him.
It's like he has like a Hulu special or something, and it was just like an hour of just being like, this is just this kid at therapy. Like it's tough. His humor is tough. It's very tough.
Well, he was backstage at one point and he was like, look, guys, Jake Paul sucks at fighting. The other guy, he's an athlete, but he can't box. This is going to be an absolute mess, but let's go and see what they're saying. And it was kind of like he was taking the mick out of the show whilst hosting the show, which I think people online appreciated because I think everyone knows what this event was. So, and it was aimed at a very different audience. If you tuned in expecting people in suits acting professional, like we've got a big card for you this evening, it was the complete opposite of that. You had that. You had him walking around saying stuff like that. Snoop Dogg getting stoned. I think Oscar De La Hoya was drunk or on drugs or something. There was people that were just a mess on this show. And then like you had the actual first fight was between a business guy and a singer, and no word of a lie, 30 seconds towards the end of the first round, they cut to Pete Davidson, who arrived at the commentary area. They cut to him like getting a picture with, I think it was Snoop or someone, and you missed the 30 seconds at the end of the first round. So I was like, I can't believe this. They've cut from the actual fight, or one of the fights, they've actually cut away just so we can see someone getting a selfie. And like, it was a mess. And then like, there was an hour of music. And then we went to some more fights. And then we went to a slap contest with Ric Flair. I'm not even lying. Like, the whole thing sounds like a fever dream. But we were backstage with Pete Davidson again, or Peter Davidson, whatever his name is. And the shutter raised up, and Ric Flair was there, and he was going, woo, like making his way down. And they went into this cage, this like caged area, and there was these two big guys, and they just like were staring at each other. And then they started taking it in turns to slap each other, and till like one of them fell down, and Ric Flair was commentating over the top. And it's like, what is this? This wasn't advertised. And it was just this. And then we went off to like Doji Cat or something like this. And then she was singing, and then it was a mess. The whole thing was a mess. It was just this big, wild mess, but it was such a fun thing to stream. So yeah.
So do you want more?
Do you know what? I would take more if they just changed quite a bit. We need less music. There was way too much music. We need less musical performances. I need Peter Davidson gone. I don't mind Snoop getting stoned because you kind of expect it. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna have Snoop on, go on.
Like a Peter Davidson Nick Gage death match.
I'd be down for watching that. Yes, I would be down for watching that. That would be all right. Maybe have that on the undercard to Logan versus Floyd, which was confirmed. It's sorted. It's I think June 5th for that one.
Wow, is that breaking? Are we breaking this?
Well, I don't know. Is Monica saying something funny?
Yes.
Probably, all right. Breaking news. Quick, wrestle the show back. Save the show. Yeah, breaking news. Just coming through. June 5th. We've got it confirmed. It will be Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. So.
You heard it here first. No one else is talking about this.
No one. Trust me, even when it gets to the fight, no one's going to be talking about it. No one. No, why is it even happening? Why is it no one expects money? Logan to win? Yeah, money. It's just money. Yeah. It's a mess, innit? Oh, you Americans, eh? What are you like?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, man. I haven't left my house in 30 days.
Yes, you have, you liar. You triple-masked. How dare you show us a picture of you outside and then later on in the same podcast claim you haven't left the house in 30 days?
Yeah.
We're on to you.
One big liar.
We're on to you and your lies. Anyway, I think that's us done, isn't it, for this week?
Yeah, finally. These non-special episodes, they're tough, man.
They are
tough. We gotta get back to special episodes next week.
We will. Have you got anything planned for this week?
Yeah, right after this, I'm going to watch a documentary about Go that I keep telling my good bud that I'm going to finish, but I never do finish it.
I don't think we've spoken about that on the stream, have we?
We haven't. This is a behind-the-scenes Days in Triple T. Every time we end the podcast, this is what we talk about, and I still haven't watched it yet.
Well, let's let people into our little private chats. There is, I genuinely love documentaries. And I was on YouTube the other day and there was a thumbnail and it had like the crest, like when someone wins an award at Sundance or something like that. It's got the little award crest on the thumbnail. And I was like, oh, what's this? And I looked at it and it was called Go. And it was a documentary about the world's oldest board game, which I would have guessed would have been chess. And I think a lot of people probably would have guessed would have been chess. Or, do you know what? This reminds me, there was a game that I had as a kid, well, my dad had actually. It was a wooden circle, and it was covered in wooden little balls, right? And what you did was there was one spot in the middle that was free. You had to jump one ball over the other. Once you did that, you could take the ball away. And you just constantly kept jumping them over each other. And the aim is to try and get just one ball left in the middle. I don't know what that game's called, but I got a feeling that must be really old. It felt like an ancient game anyway. My dad had one, and I used to play that a lot. I completely forgot about that till now. I'm definitely going to research that after what that game's called. Check out the Wrestling Escape Pod Twitter. I'll put a picture up of this thing, right? I don't know what it was called. But it reminds me of that anyway. And Go is this Japanese game. Oldest board game. It was around before Jesus times. And this documentary is all about them trying to create a computer that can beat the best Go player. And this is what blew my mind. There are more different combinations of moves that you can make on a Go board than there are atoms in the universe, in the known universe. That is, I don't even know how that's a thing, but it's a thing. It's insane. And the documentary is so good. But you started it, didn't you?
I watched about halfway. And my YouTube does a weird thing where like it doesn't save history unless it's a Wrestling Escape Pod stream. I don't know why. Like I go to my history and it's all just Wrestling Escape Pod, and I get really frustrated because my recommendations are all super old because it's like it stopped calculating everything I've watched.
How weird.
A year ago or yeah, and I've sent like a couple emails to the support, but I don't think anyone actually reads them. But like it's frustrating because like it's tough to watch long videos because if I have to stop in the middle, I totally lose my space. So that's what happened. I watched half of it and I was gonna go watch the rest, but it started me at the beginning. So, but tonight's the night, and it's good. The first time.
Yeah, I'm going to just try and quickly find an image of it. I know this isn't the most interesting thing in the world, but I kind of feel like I should at least show people what it looks like. So I've just dropped an image on screen of what a Go board and a Go game looks like. And apparently that is, or this is, for those that are watching on YouTube, that is the oldest board game in the world. And the idea is you've got to try and surround your enemy with your coloured stones. And I think once you've surrounded and created a circle, like you've surrounded your enemy, you get to remove all of their stones. So it's a battle, basically. You're trying to surround spaces and prevent it. It's quite complex, but this is why there's more movements and layouts on a Go board than there is atoms in the universe. So the documentary is brilliant, really good. Yeah.
William is saying that his favorite board game is Spin the Bottle. So
okay, right, yeah. That's the level of You see, the problem is we are too civilized for this community. That's always been our problem. You talk about reading. I talk about some of the ancient board games from yesteryear. Do you know what I mean? And we're sitting in, we're bringing culture. We're bringing all of this kind of stuff. And we've got people making jokes about Burger King. And we've got people talking about Spin the Bottle. Like, it is so hard to dumb down these episodes. Do you know what I mean? It's such a challenge. I want to talk about Rembrandt. I want to talk about, do you know what I mean, some of the great things.
Tough being intellectual.
Yeah. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. But we've done it. We've reached the end of another week. Yeah. And big shout.
Very unspecial week.
Very unspecial. But a big shout out to this community that we love deeply. Yeah. Right, awesome. Have a great week, Tommy. Have a great week to everyone in the chat as well. Obviously, we'll be back at some point next week, and we will try to make next week's show special, which will then mean that it's not as special as what this week was, but you get what we mean. Yeah. Okay. Are we going to end on like a quiet note? Yeah. Sure. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.